Going on YouTube. I just want to make a very short, quick video of how to charge your Phantom 3 batteries. I've been online lately looking around, and when I got my Phantom 3, I didn't want to buy multiple chargers to charge it, like a lot of people are doing. As you know, they run about $50, $60 a charger, so that would really suck to have to buy multiple chargers just to charge your Phantom 3 batteries. There's a lot of videos online of how to charge your Phantom 2 batteries, but the procedure is going to be different for the Phantom 3 batteries. I don't think, almost positive, the Phantom 2 batteries are not a high voltage battery, and correct me if I'm wrong, they might be, but regardless, the way you're going to charge them is going to be different because these are a 4-cell and the Phantom 2 are a 3-cell. So what I did is I bought these little Venom adapters, and you can get them on eBay. Venom makes them. They just plug right into your charger with the bullets on one end, this cap on the other. You pull this cap off, and you plug it right into your battery, just like that. So anyway, you want to get some of those. If you want to make your own, you can. They're not hard to make. There's some YouTube videos online on how to make them. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, what you want to do, since it's a high voltage battery, you want to make sure you select on your charger lihv, if you can see that. You want to make sure you select that, and just plug your cord in. Plug it in. You want to power on after you plug it in. I always do it after, just to be careful so it doesn't arc or anything. After you plug it in, power on the battery, because without the battery being powered on, just like the Phantom 2 batteries, the battery would not put out any power. So the charger will basically see an open circuit. So once you got it powered on, select the lihv setting on your charger. It's got to be like a pro charger, or at least a charger with a digital screen that can do lithium high voltage batteries. So anyway, once you click that, you are going to select it, and it's going to give you a warning message saying, are you sure that you want to charge with lithium high voltage? Because what it's going to do is charge your lithium polymer battery to 4.35 volts per cell. A normal Lipo is only 4.2 volts per cell. So make sure you don't use this with just a regular Lipo, and only if it's for a high voltage Lipo like this Phantom 3 battery. So once you select that, hit OK, and it'll start charging, and your lights on here will just they'll start going, doing their little dance as usual, just the same as you plug it into your regular charger. And when it's done, it'll just shut itself off. The circuitry in there, it's got its own built-in balancer, so you don't got to worry about plugging that in. Basically, all you're doing is the charger's going to be supplying the 17 volts that the battery needs to do its charge. So the battery's going to take the 17 volts, and it's going to basically take that power in and charge all the cells, balancing them automatically. If you look at the stock charger, it says 17 volts out, 3.3 amps. So it's going to be charging at 3.3 amps. I've been charging actually mine at 0.5 because I do it overnight a lot often. I charge overnight, and the slower the amperage, the better it is for the battery, the easier it is on it. So that's the one thing I like about this, is the fact that you can, if you want to charge at a little faster rate, I wouldn't recommend going much over 1C charge rate. So for a 4800 mAh battery, 4500 mAh, I wouldn't go much more over 4 amps, maybe 4.5 amps. But usually I'll either choose 0.5 amps, and sometimes I choose 1 amp, and sometimes if I want to get it done quick, I'll go around 4 amps. But there's a lot of controversy online whether or not this actually charges it faster. People are saying, well, the internal battery, the computer, the chip inside the battery is only going to take so much voltage or so much amperage and so much amps basically to charge it. It's only going to take what it needs to take. Well, I found that to be not true, because when I charge it at 0.5 amps, it definitely takes a lot longer than the stock charger to charge it. When I charge it at 4 amps, it definitely charges it faster than the stock charger. So I can definitely tell that this battery does not just control how much amps it's going to be getting. Whatever you put on the charger is going to be how many amps it charges with. So that's one thing I found out that a lot of people were discussing online. So like I said, don't go over 1C of the charge rate. If you're doing it overnight or whatever, use a Lipo bag, charge it at 0.5 amps or wherever you want to charge it, and it's going to be good for your battery. And if you want to get it done even quicker than a DJI charger, charge it around 4 amps. So that's about that. But like I was saying before, when it's done, the battery will just shut itself off. Your charger will come up with a connection error, because as I said before, once the battery powers off, then the charger basically, it's not putting out any more power anymore, so the charger doesn't see a connection, and it has the connection error. So once you hear that ringing, you know, the beeping noise, you know the battery's done. And actually what I did to make sure it was completely topped off was I plugged it into my regular DJI charger afterwards. I powered the battery on, plugged it in, and it didn't do nothing. So I knew it was fully charged. I then put it into my Phantom, and my cells were exactly at 4.3, I think it was like 4.34. So they were perfectly fully charged, and it's at 100% battery life, and I had 4,400 mile left. So that's pretty good, being that I charged this thing about 13, 14 times already, and it's a 4480. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick tip. That's how I do it. You can't charge it in normal LiPo mode. You can't use pH. Don't use any of that stuff like you do with the Phantom 2 batteries. Just make sure you got a charger that's going to do lithium high voltage. Choose the amperage. Don't go over 1C. Build yourself one of these little, adapters, or buy a Venom one like I did. I actually bought 2 of them. And now you're able to charge multiple batteries at once. You're allowed, you can pick your amperage. Now you can, you could charge fast, you could charge slower. You can actually even discharge your battery. Just use discharge on your, make sure you're in lithium high voltage, and use the discharge function, and it'll discharge your battery. And that's pretty much it. You're just going to use it like a regular charger. And this way you can get the most out of all your batteries without having to buy a bunch of chargers. So I just wanted to put this on YouTube so I could help some more people out, because I was in the same predicament, and there was no way I was going to spend $60 a piece for chargers just to, charge multiple batteries at once. So this is the way. See you guys later.